My issue is with LeBron James. And I just want to say for the record, LeBron James is full of it. And in this particular instance, as it pertains to his son, he is a liar. And he went on national television today and he lied again. You see, when he approached me while I was sitting courtside at that game against the New York Knicks, when he rolled up on me, I didn't know he was going to roll up on me. I had no idea. But when he said what he had to say, I was in no position to give any kind of retort without making a scene. It was during the third quarter. It was fresh out of a timeout. It was him walking to the basketball court. It was on national television. The cameras were rolling. And had I done something, what do y'all want me to do? You want me to act? You want this to be a reincarnation of Chris Rock and Will Smith? And let me state for the record that while we bring up that, let me assure you it wouldn't have gone down like that. I would have gotten my ass kicked because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately. That I'm not going to tolerate. But I knew he wasn't going to do something like that. There was no fear in my mind about it. It was shock. Because as I have repeatedly stated, I was not talking about his son. I was talking about him. The real point at hand is this. LeBron James continues to lie. He hoodwinked y'all into thinking that he was upset about criticism about his son. If your son is a professional basketball player, and I was talking about your son as a basketball player, since you just went on Pat McAfee's show and said you would never knock anybody for talking about the game, then what is it that I said? Because there's one person in this ordeal that's telling the truth, and it's me. I don't lie to y'all. His ass lies a lot. And there's a lot of shady stuff that he does. And one of the things is his passive aggressiveness and the two-facedness and smile in your face and dig you behind the back. I happen to know that about him, which is why I don't like him. And he don't like me. But it doesn't stop me from being fair and calling it like I see it. We ain't exchanging Christmas gifts. We ain't having Thanksgiving dinner together. What you bring your son up in there for? What you bring your family up in there before? You gonna go on Pat McAfee show, talk about you gonna protect your house. What you talking about? Your son ain't at the house. He's at Crypto.com Arena. We ain't covering him in Brentwood. We covering him in downtown LA at the Crypto.com Arena, where you put him. Could y'all please go back to the video of him getting in my face? If you watch, ladies and gentlemen, and you see it for yourself, notice how LeBron is in my face, and right when he finishes, he looks past me right at the camera that was filming it. Watch him. I didn't even pick that up first go round. You got Markieff Morris to my right, his left. You got Scott Brooks, assistant coach, behind him. He finishes talking and looks right up to the camera. Everybody and their mother knew I was going to be there. Because when you sit courtside, the Lakers have an idea of who's going to show up. He knew I was coming. And picked the third quarter in the middle of the game to say what he has to say to make sure the camera's rolling and to then look at the camera after immediately saying what he said to me with me having no chance to respond.
Welcome back to the channel. It's that guy, SoFly, TheEnergyEli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Now, as you just saw from the video, and the discussion by Stephen A. Smith in regards to LeBron James. Now, this dates back to, I guess, comments as previously been spoken of the last few, months since Bronny James has been drafted and Stephen A's commented in certain things. Now it's gotten to a point where LeBron, he doesn't really like what he's hearing. He doesn't really like the noise that he continues to hear from Stephen A. So on this occasion, not too long ago, he decided to approach Stephen A. Smith. Now, as Stephen A. Smith broke down the confrontation, he said that LeBron confronted him in the third quarter. Now, he said going back, looking at the video, looked at a camera that was filming it. I guess he's saying, how can someone know to film something? I'm going to defend myself. Regardless if he beats me, I'm going to defend myself. And my whole basis of breaking down this video, fellas, don't be a weak, don't be weak. Don't be a weak man. I don't care how big a guy is. I don't care his status. I don't care his stature. This is what this video, I took from this video. Stephen A. Smith said, okay, everybody's going to play the cool cards. LeBron James, everybody's going to take his side. But one thing you're not going to do, you're not going to punk me. And that's why you have to be an alpha, fellas. No matter what, if that alpha's here, you are still an alpha. Don't allow someone to just come in and bully you. Don't allow someone to come in and just punk you. And that's what Stephen A. is basically saying. Forget everything that was said about Bron. He's like, at the end of the day, he's a pro now. He's at crypto. He's a grown man now. And he's going to get the same criticism as everyone else that's in the league. So there's no favoritism. He said, and you put him there in crypto. So you got to take what comes with it. And he basically was just saying it was some ways he doesn't really like about LeBron as far as, smiling in your face, but then talking behind your back. He's like, look, man, if you got something to say it right then and there. Don't try to do it for the cameras. We can really talk about this. We don't got to be best buddies. We don't got to share presents. We don't got to do none of that. Mano y mano. And fellas, in life, you have to be strong. You have to be a man, because people are going to try to little bro you. People are going to try to bully you. People are going to try to tell you, hey, man, you ain't strong. You can't do this. You can't do that. I'm this, I'm that. Forget all that. You see how Stephen A. still stood on business. Even if he isn't, Stephen A. is probably 50, 60 something years old. He stood on business. He's like, hold on, brother. What you got going on? You ain't going to just come in here and just punk me. I'm a grown man. And the fact that we on national TV and you trying to make this mockery of me, I'm going to show you like, nah, bro, I'm standing on business. Then you want to go on the show and speak about it and say all these things. Nah, brother, I'm standing on business. And fellas, you got to stand on business. When you trying to make that extra income, you trying to make that next dollar, you trying to make that next money, you got to stand on business, because it's going to be a brother or somebody trying to get in your way. That's going to say they big dog, but you got to show them why you big dog. You feel me? So stand on business, man. As you can see, Stephen A. Smith stood on business and continues to stand on business, man. That's what I got from the video. Forget everything else that was said about Bronny James and all the other stuff. Stand on business, fellas. Be a man. Be an alpha, no matter what. Hey, man, nevertheless, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Once again, my name is TheEnergyEli. Please do make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, I'm out. Leave.